Hey guys, my name is Lara Hickenboth. On Instagram, my handle is Lara May, and I am here to talk to you a little bit about how I became an international platform artist with sexy hair. So to begin, I started out in industry actually on the East Coast. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I have been here in Oklahoma City now for, almost 10 years, which is crazy how fast time goes. And I began there very young, actually. I was very fortunate. I was able to go to beauty school during high school. So in the morning, I would go to beauty school for about 2 hours, and then in the afternoon, I would go to high school. So I had a great beginning. I was actually in a salon at 15. It was at a Regis hair salon, if you guys remember. And that was an incredible start because I was able to kind of get my feet wet a little bit, kind of get a little bit of an idea. I got to learn a lot of some products, have an idea of kind of some different things that I liked before I even got into school. So that was really fun. I was a receptionist slash assistant there. And then at 16, I started beauty school, and two of my instructors there, one was actually an educator for Wella, Colestone Perfect, Color Touch. I'm sure you guys are familiar with that. And then the other instructor worked for Sexy Hair. So between the two of them, they were amazing. They brought in so much additional education and outside education, and they were so passionate about growing and learning beyond just what State Board had to offer. And they really just pushed that into our heads, about that State Board was that, just more so, you guys know, it's frustrating sometimes being in school, right? Because especially now with technology and social media, I know that wasn't quite a thing yet. You're so eager to just kind of jump the gun, and you're like, God, why? I hate being in school, and I'm so over school, and can't wait to graduate. I can't wait to be out of school. I mean, how many times a day do you guys say that, right? Like constantly. So here's the thing. The thing is school is so important, okay? Because one, you need your license. We know this. But it's important because you're learning those fundamentals, and you're going to be shocked how much you learn and you use those fundamentals the rest of your career. It's amazing when they pop up and bite you, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm using that from school. But you need your license, so appreciate where you're at right now. Appreciate it, take it in, use it. Trust me, there's plenty of time for you to build your business after you graduate. But you do need to appreciate that your real education is going to begin after you graduate, after you have that license. And that is something that they wanted us to truly understand when we were building Behind the Chair. So you don't know everything when you got that piece of paper, just FYI. So the first education that they brought in was Sexy Hair, and I absolutely fell in love with this girl. She was amazing. Sexy Hair was really just, it just was so different, than some of the other lines. It was brighter colors. Then I think TG was kind of the only other one that would kind of compare at the time, and it was a fun line. And we learned everything from Tony and Guy cutting, Vidal Sassoon cutting, of course traditional hair cutting as well too, and then she comes in, and the products were kind of secondary. The education was so different, and it was all about based on Tai Chi and being healthier and happier behind the chair and taking care of the hairdresser. And I was like, taking care of the hairdresser, that's so different. We're always taking care of the client. So it just had this total new philosophy, and I fell in love with her and the company and the whole mission and everything. So I started shadowing her and following her from every class she had, show she had, just anywhere she was, I was there. And so I did that for about 2 years all through school. So when I was 18, I graduated, got my diploma, got my license. Then I also went back and applied for a scholarship, and I got my instructor's license as well too. And then I also became an educator with Sexy Hair. So I auditioned with them out in St. Louis, and I got accepted, which was really exciting because normally you need to be licensed for 2 years before they allow you to audition. But since I had shadowed and put in my due diligence, they allowed me to audition early. So that brings up the next piece there is networking. So not just when you're going into your regular business of building your clientele, but also getting into education. It is so vital, it's so important to start networking and building your brand now, and not just via social media. Yes, that is the way of the world now, and that was not around then. Definitely not as important, so that's for sure. But it's, being a physical presence in your community and in your business is so important. So a lot of the influencers and such that we see now, they are who they are. I am who I am, not just because of Instagram or because of social media. That's not how it started. Sexy Hair gave me my platform. They gave me the opportunities that I've had. So we all know Guy Tang, right? Okay, how is Guy Tang? So yes, amazing artist, very talented, absolutely. So he had the skill set, but Pravana made Guy Tang. So it's, these companies, that's how you really get your big break. Just like any rock star or, any major celebrity, you kind of need that extra boost. And that's what's so amazing about these companies. And that's really what I always wanted to do. Is I absolutely love sharing. I love learning, and I never will forget my senior trip. A bunch of girlfriends and we went down for the hair show actually in Orlando. That was our senior trip, and I was so excited to see Sexy Hair on stage, and it was just mind-blowing. I was so excited, I was so inspired, which if those of you that have never been to a real hair show, guys, get yourselves on a plane, invest either Chicago, Premier Orlando, okay, or get your butts out to Vegas or the ice show out in California. Get out there. Those are going to be your big shows. Those are the shows you need to go to. You have no clue how exciting and inspired you will be. And to actually meet these people that you follow on social media and to talk to them face to face and just to have that connection, it's an incredible feeling. And that is what inspired me. I was like, I want to be up there one day. I want to do that one day. I want to be the one that's, getting people excited and inspired. And that's what's so amazing about being a platform artist is I am constantly surrounded by people that are smarter than me, that are better than me, that are more talented than me. And it is the best feeling in the world. So not only to be the one sharing, but to be able to be the one learning by some of the greatest greats that this industry's ever turned out. And it's priceless. So it's not just wonderful, again, to be sharing, but to be able to be learning as well too, and learning and getting paid for it, So that's what's so incredible. And, coming to Oklahoma was kind of a surprise. It's amazing where the wind literally will blow you. I never thought that. A lot of my friends, they're moving to big fun cities, and they're taking me here. And I was like, I'm sorry, you want me to go where? To Oklahoma? And I love it here, and I never thought I'd ever come here, but there was such a need for education. You guys know, and again, it's almost been about 10 years since I've been here. And after I moved here, I actually got promoted to international, which I was so excited about. However, my first territory was actually Moscow. So Russia was one of my first big gigs. So I don't know who I pissed off on that one, but no, I'm just kidding. Russia was an adventure. So that's for sure. I haven't been back in a little bit, but it was definitely an adventure. And then I got South America after that, which was amazing. And so I'll still do Canada and such too, and all over America, of course. So it's definitely, it's amazing the people you get to meet and just the different cultures you get. And the sky's the limit, and that's just what I want you guys to take back is it is a sacrifice for sure. I mean, a lot of my friends, especially in my early 20s, they're out partying and having a good time, and yes, don't get me wrong, it's definitely a lot of fun, but while they were kind of living it up a little bit, I was either staying in practicing, or I was kind of working late because I had to catch an early flight the next morning to to go to work. But again, I wouldn't trade it for the world, because I have just had the most amazing experiences. New York Fashion Week, I could go on and on and on. So it's definitely presented some amazing opportunities. I've been featured in Modern Salon, Launchpad, Behind the Chair, B Magazine, just so many amazing, incredible things because of Sexy Hair, because of being a platform artist. So it's really been just the most beneficial thing for my career. So really excited, and just really grateful that I've had all the opportunities and made those choices and sacrifices early in my career. So with that being said, I definitely highly recommend you guys check it out. Find a company, find something that you're passionate about. Look into it, do some research, see what they have for education, see what they have as opportunities and growth for you guys, and just be open, and be especially open to constructive feedback, because that is so important. I mean, I go to training, guys, twice a year, and I mean, it's grueling, it's brutal, you know, but you have to understand also too that if people aren't coming to you, I always say, like, my mom tells me I'm pretty and I do a good job, you know. If they're not coming to you and telling you how you can be better, they don't care. So it's people that aren't saying anything, that they're okay if you fall on your face. You know, they don't care if you're doing bad. So you just have to always be willing to grow, be willing to accept the good with the bad, because those people that are coming to you and telling you, hey, you know what, I really need you to work on this, or hey, that haircut wasn't that great, or you know what, hey, I really need you to go home and practice this upstyling, or what have you, because I want you to be better. I don't want to see you fail. I want to see you grow and progress and be successful. So those are the people that really are going to care about you. My staff in my salon, sometimes I'm on their tailpipes, the ones that are growing, but it's out of love. It's from a good place, because I never want to see anybody do bad, or, you know, we have one opportunity to make a good impression on clients. And same with education. We have one opportunity to impress you guys and impress people that are in front of us, and, you know, make sure they have a good experience. So it's definitely something that, you know, you always want to make sure you do a good job and always put a good vibe out there. So definitely recommend getting into education. Find a company that you absolutely love and are passionate about. Find an educator that you can hang out with, spend some time with, shadow them, see what their real day is, see what their full experience is, and see if that's something that you'd be interested in doing. Because again, it is amazing to get paid to learn, and I love it, and it keeps you fresh, it keeps you on your toes, and I would not trade it for the world. So thank you guys so much for listening, and if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message on Instagram. Again, it's laramay.hair, so M-A-E, that's how you spell May, and I really appreciate it. So take care, guys, and good luck to you out there.